Tokyo has urged vigilance and deterrence efforts by the United States of America and the Indo-Pacific region. The report has said that China will use a naval blockade, they will use bombardment, amphibious assault, and cyber attacks in what will be seen as the most swift, coordinated war to have ever taken place. Well, I think we're going to have some of those things happen here in the USA. We just saw a factory explosion in Taiwan recently. Some are claiming China sabotage. Some people are even saying space weapons. Ukraine has said that a permanent presence of NATO ships in the Black Sea will be approved and will be seen as a new NATO cooperative movement inside of the European region. The decree was published on the website. Russia's military is burning. We see a Roltra smash, which is one of the most important Russian military-industrial complexes. It was on fire recently. It sells it's the only producer of self-propelled guns inside of Russia. Then we saw Medvedev saying that the laws of ancient Babylon have authorized Russia to start a nuclear war if the Russian government sees this as necessary. In a quote, the laws of ancient Babylon and India, as well as the Old Testament and the Quran, give Russia the right to use nuclear weapons against its adversaries in the West. That's the one-time president and current deputy chairman of the Security Council of Russia. The principle of an eye for an eye and a tooth for a tooth has historic character, he says. It was outlined already in the Code of Hammurabi, the laws of Manu, the laws of the 12 tables, and of course the Old Testament, which is the current westernized religion, and the Quran. So one can say we must repay evil with evil, he says. Russian historic school continues to work its magic, as they will use any sort of means to bring the people nationalism. Remember, we just talked about that. In readiness for a war. The Russian President Vladimir Putin has said that if oil producers in the Middle East stopped using the US dollar, it will be the end of the dollar within a 1-year period. And we see Washington saying that they must begin respecting core interests of China if they want communication to continue. China has cut off arms control and non-proliferation talks with the USA, and there are some people inside of the USA saying we need to bow down to China. I guess if you look at what's happening in the world today, you can already think that maybe America has taken that final death bow. Maybe we have shown our neck and turned over and shown our stomach because we have military-industrial complexes that are basically under control of China. We have all of these drones that have mapped out our country. We allowed a data and intelligence gathering balloon to fly right over our military installations. We have, Chinese corporations that are directly linked to the government. And you'll remember this next one after this. We have these Chinese corporations directly linked to the government who have bought land that is selling the food to the American people, while simultaneously they say, according to, these are government reports, these aren't me, saying that they are also spying on the military. And then, don't forget, we have that Chinese-run bio lab that was operating inside the USA that the Secret Service and other government sources in intelligence have said was maybe one of 20 operating inside the USA. So if you look at all that and you see the forest beyond the trees, you can tell that we are in a bad spot. And the next couple of weeks, months, days, who knows, will be ones to be remembered. Check back tomorrow, guys, if the internet's up.